Can you tell me a little bit more about female engineering in Ghana? Because to me, it's such a new concept.
It's actually full of women. There are no men. It's just
Wow.
women, and they deal with electric cars, electric vehicles, and so we have the electric cars and electric motorbikes. So we assemble the electric motorbikes actually. So basically, that's what I've been doing so far. It's been nice. It's been hectic actually because I couldn't rest. Immediately I got here, I had to start my national service. Ahead of job opportunities in Canada, let me just not be let me be blunt, let me just be honest. So yes, I heard about job opportunities in Canada. I heard about how flexible things can be in regards to the educational system. I heard about how the immigration system is not as rigid and it's not as, as compared to where I was coming from. Those are the things that I heard about. So I was just, exploring, and those were the major reasons why I was thinking about Canada.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today is a very special episode. Do you know any female engineers in Ghana? In this interview, I sit down with a young lady named Elizabeth who migrated from Ghana to UK to do her undergraduate and also her master's. Now she has decided to come back to Ghana to find a career in engineering field. And currently, she's working as an engineer in Ghana. Hear her story is an amazing and quite inspiring, and I hope you enjoy this. All right, everyone, welcome. Today, I have a very, very special guest called Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Yeah, and Elizabeth is actually a content creator in Ghana currently, and she's also a female engineer. One of a kind. So basically, I got in touch with her. I was watching one of her YouTube videos where she was packing her stuff to leave UK to go back to Ghana. So I was quite surprised somebody who has lived in UK or has gone to school in UK would be wanting to relocate back to Ghana, especially at your age. So I just wanted to bring you on so you can share your experience with the people and the public, just to tell your story. So I guess not to waste any time, my first question is, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, how you grew up in Ghana, the schools that you went to, and then your transition from Ghana to UK?
Okay, so I'm Elizabeth Kukua Danso, born in Ghana, a proud Ghanaian at that. I went to, first of all, I went to mother care. I think I went to mother care from kindergarten, nursery kindergarten to about class 5.
And where is mother care? Where is mother care, by the way?
Mother care is in Ghana, is located at Cantonment.
Okay.
Then I went to Galaxy International for 2 years. That's from class 6 to about Form 1. And then I changed schools again and I went to Ghana International School from Form 2 to my A-levels. And then I moved to the UK. Yeah.
Wow.
So basically that was the transition from Ghana to the UK.
So then what age did you move to UK? And what was the experience for you moving to UK at such a young age by yourself?
Basically, I went to the UK, if I'm not getting it wrong, it will probably be around 1918. I went in 2015, so yeah, it was okay. I mean, it was hard initially. I remember that was the first time that I was doing a big move out of the country because literally we would go for trips, school trips and stuff. That's the only time you get to leave the house, but to leave family behind. It was my first time actually traveling out. And fortunately for me, that my dad was actually traveling to the UK around that time, so he took me. But when we got to Portsmouth, he just left me the same day and had to leave back to London. So it was very hard. I actually cried on my first day because that was the first time I was leaving home. I mean, like, how can you be leaving home? Like, it was hard because it was my first time just relocating, and it was hard. The transition was quite difficult because I had never traveled out. It was my first time leaving. I had been to other countries for a few things, but to go to school and to stay for about 5 years, that was something else. Yeah,
wow. So now I know you have mentioned schooling in UK. So when you went there, can you tell us about your schooling, whether undergraduate and the master's level? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I went to the UK, as I said, in 2015. After several times of writing A-levels, actually, I failed my A-level math quite a number of times. but I still ended up getting to pick Portsmouth, University of Portsmouth, to do electronic engineering.
Wow.
So that was my first degree, my undergrad, and thankfully I did well. I got a first class, thank God. But yeah, that was my first degree, and then I went to the University of Loughborough to do my master's as well. Yeah,
wow.
So yeah, it was not the easiest of things to be in a male-dominated course. It was not easy, but you have a goal and you must get it. So that was just basically it, just the transition from Ghana to the UK, and basically that was it. That was it.
So with your master's too, did you do it in electrical engineering as well, or you did it something
I did.
else?
Well, my undergrad was, my first degree was in electronic engineering, then my master's in electronic and electrical engineering.
Wow. Those are like, when it comes to those things, I don't wanna, you know. So now getting back to transitioning back to Ghana. So now you did your undergraduate, you did your master's in UK. Pretty much you have become very acquainted with the UK environment.
Extremely.
Yes. So then why did you decide to move back to Ghana? Because according to your video, you wanted to come back to Ghana. Why did you want to come back to Ghana?
Well, basically, I was done. I finished uni in 2019. Around December, I graduated and everything. Then obviously when you graduate, you want opportunities. As I said in my video, I had expectations. You know, when you leave the country, you want to probably work a bit. Obviously, we want to move back home eventually, but to be honest, it was not something that I had wanted to do at that particular time. But when I was done, I put applications through. I was looking for a job and everything. Then COVID happened. And obviously, when it comes to the UK, I was an international student. So obviously you have a certain amount of years that you have for your visa. Once school is done, obviously your visa is about to expire. I did stay a bit more because of COVID. So I put applications through. COVID happened, and then I had to make a drastic decision by wanting to relocate back home. It was not the easiest. It was not something I had wanted to do then. I had wanted to work a bit and get an experience because I was acquainted, as you said, to that place. I've been there for 5 years. I've done a course that I want to, you know, just get an experience. I was craving experience at that point. And I felt the UK was going to be able to give me that experience that I was craving. Unfortunately, that didn't happen and I had to relocate back home. And that's basically my story in regards to relocating back home. That's basically it.
Wow. So you're telling me that basically it wasn't a choice to move back to Ghana. So if you had a job per se in the UK, you would have stayed in UK?
For a while. I actually wanted to move back, but not at that point because I wanted to get the experience there and then move back home. But I'm one person, I pray a lot. That's the thing. I'm very, I'm a Christian. I was born and bred like in a Christian home. Like I grew up in a Christian home. So when I take decisions, I love to pray about them. In December, I actually prayed to God that let your will be done. Do you want me to be in the UK? Do you want me to relocate back home? So I was in that phase of trying to figure myself out. And I know most people are in that phase. Should I go home? Should I stay? And sometimes you just need to pray about it and let God take over. And that's what I did. If I had gotten a job, I would have probably stayed. But coming back home, trust me, it's been a blessing.
Can you tell me a little bit more about female engineering in Ghana? Because to me, it's such a new concept, right? Because females are usually in Ghana, you know, they go to different fields like businesses and other areas, but actually engineering is something a bit new to me. So can you tell me a little bit about female engineering in Ghana?
With regards to female engineering in Ghana, I think it's something that, as I said, is, as you said, is new. I think there are people doing it, really. I think there are people doing it. It's just that we are not many. We are just few. So with regards to that, I think we need to be taught. When I say we need to be taught, we need to be able to educate more girls to come into it. Because most of the time we feel, I don't want it to be a field where people feel exploited. I want it to be something that people would enjoy doing.
Okay.
I didn't get up and say I wanted to do engineering. Actually, it was not something that I really wanted to do. It was not out of passion. It was out of me getting to write A levels and doing science and arts, and then wondering, okay, which one would be better? And my dad goes like, you can always change from science to arts. You can't change from arts to science. And then I found myself doing it. So I think it's just about the education that you can do it, because there's so many people who are actually good with science, or rather go and do the arts because they feel it's a shortcut. and it's
So
easier.
it's not something that when growing up you really wanted to be an engineer.
No, I didn't grow up wanting to be an engineer, really.
Okay.
No, it just happened. It just happened that I found myself in it, because then I had written my A levels. I did well in arts. I did well in sciences, and then it was like, which one do you really want to go with? And yeah,
Right.
I just
Right. So in terms of the numbers in Ghana, do you have any idea how many female engineers there might be in Ghana actually practicing? Just an idea.
I can't tell at the moment, and also is because so far with what I've seen so far, and with COVID coming in, I've met amazing, beautiful young ladies who are actually doing engineering, but are not really getting the job opportunities that they want. Just because COVID came in and they had to relay people off and everything. So I know there are definitely a lot of women out there who would want to practice, who want to get into it. And I'm hoping that there'll be opportunities for them to be able to explore. As I'm saying, there are opportunities here, but it's about finding the net, lowering it down and finding that this is what I really want to do and finding yourself in it. So I'm hoping that many people will get to opportunity to practice, because you can see someone who did engineering, but now we're sitting in a secretary's office and being a secretary. We see things like that. So I hope we'll be able to get, and engineering is not just engineering. It can be tedious. I know people who did engineering, but now are not practicing it. They are just at home, or they are just with other females and doing other things because, well, it's tedious and everything. So I'm hoping that people will be able to go out there, women will be able to go out there and explore and do it.
Right. So in terms of companies in Ghana, what are some of the companies that an individual can actually work for once they finish their engineering degree or master's? What are some of the companies that comes in mind in terms of Ghana?
With me personally, there are so many companies. I mean, there's tallow. When it comes to oil, and there's tallow oil, there are so many companies. Actually, I would not be able to mention a lot of them because I'm not really conversant with them since I just came. But one thing I can say is that one company I really even wanted to work with was Kantanka. I don't know if you've heard of Kantanka. The things
I think I heard of it. Okay.
He's building cars. He's doing so many things. That's a place that I actually wanted to go to when I came initially. But they had relayed people also because of COVID, and they were not doing. I just wanted to do an internship there to just have a feel of it. But they were so Kantanka is the tallow oil. There's so many companies actually that people would want to explore. There's I think Mantrack, if I'm getting it right. There's so many companies, but it's just about exploring and knowing what you really want to do.
Yeah, speaking of Kantanka, I think they're doing an amazing job. And I remember at the year of return, they actually have this type of car, like a limo, where they actually showcased it to individuals to let them know what Ghana people are also doing. So with that said, there was also another gentleman, about 16-year-old, that built his own car in Ghana. Can you touch a little bit on that?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it, and I feel like it's very nice. I mean, you see, we want innovation, right? We want something different. We want to get to a point where we're not probably shipping cars to Ghana. We want to get to a point where we are building things by ourselves here. But it will take you and it will take the person who wants to explore for us to get to that level. So for us, we are not getting to that point where we want to be innovative. When I saw it, I was excited. I mean, why not? This is beautiful. This is something that we need to encourage him, because, you know, there's so many people that, they go to school, but there's something inside. There's that gifting inside that they can use to do something. And so some people go like, education is important. It helps shape you. It helps bring you together. But with such a person, I feel, when I saw it, I was like, geez, this is cute, because I wasn't able to do that. So for him to be able, like, it's nice. It's basically nice. And I think we need to encourage these people, because there are young people like him who are doing exploits, who need to be encouraged, who need to be placed in the right place. I think when I watched a video of it, and then I saw Kantanke's son saying that he wanted to get the guy on board. So why not just get him on board? So I feel like it's good. It's good if we get more people like this and we can entice them. They will stay and they want to build more things for us to improve Ghana. Yeah.
Right. But speaking of that, do you think the culture or the system in place, is this something that can nurture these individuals like yourself, the guy who built the car? Do you think the system is in place? Because one thing that I've noticed about North America is that if you have these kind of talent, you will have the support throughout to really, reach your maximum capacity. Do you think the same system exists in Ghana?
To be honest, I've not been here. I just came, but I don't think there is. The reason why I'm saying this is because some of the resources that I was able to get access to in the UK, you can't find them here. right? So we are talking about resources. Let's say this guy built these things out of the resources that he found available.
Right.
Would he be able to do more if he had more resources? Of course, yes. So yes, definitely there are not much resources available for these people to explore. If he had the natural, whatever it is, the plastics, the things that he could use to cover up the car to make it much more beautiful, he had the money, he would have probably been able to do it. So yes, there should be certain things in place so that people can explore and do more of these things. People can be able to sit down and say that, oh, I have built this, let me take it to this organization. They can buy into it. Right. So we need to have such corporate organizations in place that would be able to help these guys who are being innovative to bring their creative ideas to life. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't think there's a real system in place like that? Yeah.
At this point, I don't feel like there is enough. Probably there is, but I wish we could do more. For instance, myself, I remember when I was in the UK, I was saying stuff like, prior to me leaving Ghana to the UK, even though I was attending a good school, an international school, there were certain things that I had not seen. So for instance, they'll show you capacitors, they'll show you resistors. It was when I got to the UK that I actually saw them. Like I was like, oh, that's a capacitor, that's a resistor, that's this, that's that. So sometimes it's just not that. We would need more. We would need to be exposed to certain things. And when we are not exposed to them, we are not really able to do much of what we want to do. I told myself that when I come back, I'm going to create probably a kit or something where I can go to villages and show these little kids how to put on a light bulb, how to do this, how to do that. So yeah, of course, we want to do all these things. So the resources should be available and things should be in place where we can bring our ideas to life. Really help.
So I guess, does it all falls in the government or private equity as well to also, help? Because from when I came to Ghana, usually everybody wants the government to save everything. So is it
I was
usually...
coming to say that. I was coming to say it's me as yourself, myself. It's just you and I. We are the ones who can be able to bring a change. So for instance, with my charity, I have a charity organization where I came in 2018 and I did school bags and I took it to less privileged communities. I took it to the Volta region. There was a place there that the kids were still using rice sacks to school. Okay. Couldn't I have just said the government should do something about it? No, I could do something about it. So why didn't I do it? So I did it. So sometimes it's not always government. The little we can do to help, you can literally you have the idea, just go to a village, gather the few kids around and teach them something. Right. They would also go and teach other children. Other children will teach other children. And that's how we grow. We can't depend on the government for everything, really. We literally make the country, so we can't depend on government to do everything.
Yeah. And how is your friends and family, like this field that you have chosen? How is your reaction towards it?
I mean, with studying it, it was different. Practicing it is different. So now that I'm practicing it, everyone is just like, ooh, like, this is nice, this is interesting. Except for the fact that when you come back home, sometimes you're so tired and you're just like, geez, did I just do this? Like, you get home, you're so tired. But I think everyone is proud of me. Proud of the routes that I've taken, because it's not everyone that can literally do it. I could have easily just dropped it, because you can do it and just go and do something else. But I just wanted to get the experience. And so I think most of them, almost everyone is proud of me.
So I mean, it's amazing. This is the future we're looking at right here, you know. And
most definitely.
We need more female engineers like yourself to really bring the country up to speed. Would you advise individuals in diaspora, for example, in the USA, Canada, UK, especially your age, to also relocate to Ghana because there's an opportunities there? If for some reason, if it's not working for them abroad, relocate to Ghana because there's opportunities there.
Yeah, of course, because if there's anything, one thing my dad told me when I was not getting the jobs and I was frustrated and everything, my dad was like, why are you acting as if we've literally sagged you out of Ghana? You can come home.
Yes.
You see, some of us actually worry ourselves so much, right? And so, you might not be paid. Well, you can be paid as huge, whatever it is. But sometimes when you think about the salary and how much you're going to get in pounds and in cities, you'll be discouraged to come back home.
Yes.
But the honest truth is there are so many opportunities here that you can explore. Right? It's all about exploration. You need to explore. And just like myself, I thought, it would be better to stay there for a bit, get an experience. I really wanted to come home, but I thought the experience was going to be there before I come back home. We don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I can get it here and rather get picked there. You can't tell. But So I would encourage people, definitely I would encourage people to come back home because there are more things to be done in Ghana. To be honest, we get the experience there. We shouldn't just also stay there. We should come back home and come and give a little experiences. To be honest with you, when I got there and I saw the girls, I'm the only one from the UK on the team.
Right.
But when I got there, the girls are teaching me because they even know more than I do.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
So, and you need to be able to get to that point where you're like, you know what? It's good. It's fine. Let me just come back home. Let me just come and explore. If another opportunity opens up and I have to go back, I can go back. No one stops you. And that's one thing my dad told me. Look, come back home. No one is forcing you to stay in the UK. Come back home. And yeah, so I would advise people, if it's not working out, just come back and come and explore opportunities here.
Wow. It sounds to me like you made the right choice moving back to Ghana.
To be honest, every day has been like a journey. It's not been the easiest of journey because it was not something you psychologically thought was going to happen. As I always say this, my brother and I had gotten a 2-bedroom apartment. I thought I was going to be in the UK. You know, you had plans, but things just happened. So yeah, it's okay so far. I'm not going to complain really because I could have come back home, and when I got home, I would have not gotten a job, and I'll still be frustrated in Ghana as well.
Right.
I go here and then there were opportunities.
Got something going. Yeah. But I mean, now you're trying to settle in Ghana. I think at the back of your mind, I think you have hinted to me that you also like an opportunity to do a PhD one day. And one of the countries that you're considering is Canada.
Most definitely.
So my question becomes, you had an opportunity to live in UK.
Yeah.
Yes. Probably things didn't go well as planned. You moved back to Ghana. You seem very, very happy there, enjoying the food, enjoying the family time.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking of maybe relocating to Canada or possibly do some courses or doing some sort of postgraduate in Canada. So why are you considering Canada as a location to do your PhD?
Okay. So for instance, my cousin is actually in Canada, and he was the one that started speaking to me about Canada.
Right.
When I was getting a bit frustrated and all of that, he said, why don't you look into Canada? Why don't you? And I was like, Canada, like really? I've not really heard much about it. I know people there. I actually joined a team that I write devotions for in Canada and everything. So I was like, okay. Let's see, it could be a good idea. So I started reading a bit about it. I think I checked on University of Toronto. I checked on University of Alberta. I actually even wrote messages to them because I wanted to, I think, study one of the courses, I think non-profit management at that point. Because I have a charity organization. So I wanted to study that. So I actually wrote to them and they told me because of COVID, that course was actually not in session. I heard of job opportunities in Canada. Let me just let me be blunt. Let me just be honest. So yes, I heard about job opportunities in Canada. I heard about how flexible things can be in regards to the educational system. I heard about how the immigration system is not as rigid and it's not as, as compared to where I was coming from. Those are the things that I heard about. So, and you see, that is from someone who is living in Canada. So you don't know yet. I was just, exploring. And those were the major reasons why I was thinking about Canada.
Okay. So what is your long-term plan in Ghana? You talk about possibly PhD in Canada. So what is your long-term plan? Are you still, if the Canada doesn't come about, are you still willing to stay in Ghana for the rest of your life? Or what is your long-term plan?
My long-term plan, I'm not doing my national service. So after my national service, I'm hoping to just work in another engineering firm or start something on my own, because there is so much, the narrative of a woman doing engineering is even something else. I think when we go on maintenance and stuff like that, people are looking at us like, are they only women? And everything. And so it's for us to find ourselves in a very male-dominated area, I think I would love to do something in terms of encouraging more ladies to be in such an area, so that we can also dominate that area as well. So my long-term plan is just, because I do more motivational speaking as well, to encourage more people to join, to encourage more people to take science courses. More ladies, if I should put it that way. So yeah, just just find my feet in Ghana, because every day, as I said, is a journey. I'm still figuring myself. I'm still figuring everything out. I'm still exploring and everything. So I wouldn't say I have a particular thing. Of course, I want to explore as much as I can in regards to engineering. If there are opportunities for me to travel out, the opportunities even here, why not? I'm just going to take them. I think it's more about taking them and having experiences. So that's what I'm hoping to do. That's what
Good. So I think, Elizabeth, this was a very short interview, but I think it was quite impressive, like all you have talked about. And, one thing that I learned is that there's opportunities for us in Ghana, because people in the diaspora like myself, sometimes we wait till like we're in the 60s or sometimes in the 70s. Then we want to bring our experience to Ghana, but that time it might be too late. But it's something that I've learned, that there's opportunities for people like me and yourself if you really, really wanted to, relocate to Ghana. And you have perfect example doing women engineering. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you.
So thank you very much for your time. And
thank you too. Thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I appreciate it as well.
No problem. Take care.